Hey everyone, when you hop on, say hey so I know that you're here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. What is going on with the laptop? Hey you guys, so Andrew Glennon is speaking directly to Shawn Portwood over Instagram. I just want to know why he didn't put his son down. Hey Corey, are you asking like why he didn't put his son down when he was being hit? I think when I try to put myself in that position, I think he didn't know the blows were about to come. Like he didn't know that she was about to start hitting him. Hey everyone, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up really quick. This is really weird. I'm not able to watch the chat from the laptop for some reason. I think he didn't turn the recorder on. There's a lot of misunderstanding about the recorder. This was not a recorder. Like he wasn't walking around like this. This was a security system in the house that was like stuck up on the wall. Like I have them in my house. If you see the pictures of the cameras, they're actually cameras that you hook up in your house. Once you attach them, it's hard to get them down. Like you have to go like and disconnect them. My cameras are set up through my walls. These cameras were not, he wasn't walking around with a, video recorder. And Amber was aware of the cameras. No, it was not a phone. No. He was not recording her without her knowledge. She knew. Andrew installed the security system before they left to go to California for Andrew to work. Do you guys remember when we was watching Teen Mom? She was aware. She was very much aware of the cameras. When on one of the recordings, you hear him say, "You already took a sword to one of the cameras." She knew. She knew before that one recording. You hear them talk about it. Because she's like, "Show me where the other camera is." She knew the cameras were in the house. She had already demolished one camera with, yes, she had already demolished one camera with the sword. On that, yes, that's why she was going to the closet to smoke weed and pop her pills, allegedly, is because she knew there was cameras around. Before they went to California, do you guys remember on Teen Mom when they went to California? It was during the summer. They spent hey Mary, they spent 2 months in California so Andrew could work, right? So they went to California. They stayed at Andrew's home, one of his houses over there, or a family home or something. So they were staying in, I guess, his house or a family home or something to that effect. They were there for 2 months. Gary and Christina flew to California so Leah could spend time with her mom during the summer while they were there. That was one of the episodes where Christina had made plans for Christina, Amber, and Leah. And when Christina and Leah got to Amber and Andrew's house or whatever, Amber had changed the plans. She was like, "Hey, I think I want to take Leah somewhere by myself today. Like, can we do like whatever we have planned when we get back home maybe? I just want to spend the day with Leah today." And it made it seem like Christina was really upset by that, but Christina actually come out saying that she really wasn't upset about it. Like, she understood. So it was before they went there for that trip. It was before they went there for that trip that the cameras were installed. And one of the reasons the cameras were installed was just to protect their house while they were gone. So, hold on, sis. So, she knew they were there. She was fine with the fact that he was going to install them, from what I understand. Oh, thank you, Luna. She was okay with the fact they were going to be installed. It was after they got home, and the abuse started getting a lot worse, that he felt that he needed to keep them up for that reason. That he felt like, okay, it's awesome. Thank God I have these cameras. I'm going to need them to prove what's going on with Amber. You know, that's why she would go into the closet to smoke weed and, you know, to pop her pills or whatever she was saying. Oh, thank you, Home Cooks. The radio was fun this morning. We went an extra hour playing the game. Here you go, Mama. Want your water? So, she knew the cameras were there. She had got on a fit previously and took one of her swords to the cameras. I think in one of the, when she was saying, where's the other cameras? She, no ma'am. Mama, go get a towel. Go get us a towel. Can you go get a towel for Mama? Thank you. So, she knew the cameras were there. It was no secret. He was not walking around with his cell phone recording her. He was not walking around with a Ring camera. I know someone was like, who buys a Ring that's a camera? That's shady as heck. And I'm like, what? They have those? Which probably they do. I know you can get a pen like this. You can actually buy a pen that has a camera and a recorder in it. But I literally seen someone saying how shady it was of him to buy a ring that's a camera. I was like, really? Surely this person does not think that. But anyways, she knew the cameras were there. That's why she was sneaking off into the closet to do what she was doing. And the reason, a lot of people are saying he knew that they were being recorded, so he acted better. Well, she knew they were being recorded too, and she chose not to act better. You get what I'm saying? Some of them were Ring cameras. Yes, some of them were Ring cameras. You're absolutely correct. But not Ring, not like this ring. Not like a ring that I'm wearing on my finger. Yeah, like the brand. Yeah, she's been on camera for over a decade, and now she's upset that her behavior. Yeah, and you know, yes, like a doorbell. Yeah. Yes, there was a doorbell camera, and there was also inside. There's a brand called Ring doorbells, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, you do not have to have consent to be recorded in some states. Come here, sis. But some states, come here, Mama. But she knew. She knew that she was being recorded. Hold on, you guys. Hey, Shawn. When are you leaving? What time are you going to be there? Because she's going to throw a fit. Come here, sis. She's going to throw a fit. What? She's going to throw a fit with you leaving. I got several places to go. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, home cameras, they're always recording. My cameras are always recording. Flossie's baby's doing a lot better. He's at home. I don't know why. For some reason, I cannot watch the video that's playing. My daughter is 2. Yeah, I have them all over my house, you guys. At any point in time, if I'm gone, I can get on my cell phone. Today, when I was at radio, doing the radio, I literally was checking into my house while I was on the radio to check on Kennedy and Shawn. Yes, you can get them. I think the ones that we got come with 5 cameras, maybe. She was aware. Oh, thank you, guys. Indiana is a single-party consent state, meaning only one person has to know and consent to it. But she knew. I will be going live tonight for Teen Mom 2. Okay, so the one of the main reasons I hopped on here to do a live really quick is because Andrew had something to say to Shawn Portwood. And I think Shawn Portwood has been getting a lot of heat. Is it deserved? Does he deserve the heat? Thank you so much, Kim Kirby. Today is actually the second episode. However, we did not get to watch the first one together. I think that was the night that Abram was put in the hospital, so I had to go to Shreveport to be with him. So I'm going to read the tweets that Shawn Portwood has put out since this whole incident happened, okay? I did, said some things to Shawn on Twitter just to try to kind of give him my opinion on why people is giving him, like, hate or whatever. Thank you so much, CC. Yes, Brittany, absolutely. If anybody is interested in Cincy, you can go to my Facebook page and there's a link to a Cincy party. If you are interested in Cincy, you can go over to my Facebook page, click the link, and you can shop for Cincy. So really quick, since this incident happened, Shawn has tweeted a couple of tweets. And the very first tweet that Shawn Portwood put out was, "Stay tuned for the surprise ending. Everything's not always what it's cracked up to be." That tweet was put out on 7/9. So the incident took place on 7/5. On 7/9, that's when he basically told his followers, like, stay tuned. Y'all don't know what's really going on from what I get from that. Okay, so then on 7/11, he said, "We are a country of innocent until proven guilty. However, a lot of you are guilty until proven innocent. Because of that, those of you who have all these negative and hateful things to say about my sister will be blocked. I have no problem blocking every one of you." So on 7/11, he basically said, this day and age, nowadays, we do not stand by the innocent until proven guilty anymore. It's pretty much you are guilty until proven innocent. And because of that, and because of all the negative things people have to say about his sister, he would in fact be blocking people. So, about 3 days ago, he said, "You people act like Andrew is made of roses. Yes, she did wrong, and she said wrong, but don't believe just that little tidbit of what you heard. You heard only what he wanted you to hear, and automatically that makes her such a horrible person. The negativity and hatred from some of you is horrible. You people act like I should quit my job, move back to Indiana, and hold my sister's hand and bring her to a therapist every single day. I've talked to her, and I try to help her. I will always protect her." After that, he said, "I want to make something abundantly clear. I financially support myself 100%, and I'm in no way under contract with MTV, and I do not get paid to be on the show. I myself have said that I felt like Amber probably helps her entire family out, including Shawn Portwood. He is stating that's not the case, and that may not be the case. I just know Amber herself has talked about the fact that she, like, financially takes care of her family. But that, that may not be including Shawn Portwood. He does have a job. I think he's in the military. Okay. Someone made a statement. Let me find it here. Someone actually added Shawn Portwood, and they said, "After all this and hearing how she feels about her own baby, I am wondering if Amber was left unsupervised with your sibling that she says passed away from SIDS the day or night that she passed." Okay, that's a little too much for me. I think a baby that has passed away, should be left out of this equation, especially at such a young age. I don't really feel like that should have been brought up. So, he commented back to this. Yes, that's a really, really harsh allegation. And for you guys that don't know, Amber had a younger sibling that passed away from SIDS when Amber was like 5, I think. And that Amber talks about how that sent her into a depression when she lost her baby sister. Okay, so whoever made that comment was basically insinuating that maybe it was a possibility that, you know, the baby didn't pass from SIDS, that Amber was left unattended, and Amber done something, you know, harmful to the baby. I feel like that was something that was uncalled for. So Shawn actually commented back to this and said, "This comment is the lowest of low, and you are complete scum for saying this. You are garbage for trying to take a very hard time in our life and make it fit your narrative. And so you are aware my sister was 5 years old when we lost our sister. F you and your comment." I probably would react like that myself, because I do feel like that was completely out of line for them to bring up that baby. Okay. I've never said that every decision that my sister made has been right. I've also never condoned her attitude before, but I do know that what's happening to her is unfair. I will protect my sister because I know all the good that she has done as well. If you don't like it, then oh well. This is why I continuously say things like I do not condone her actions. And even now, her actions cannot be justified in many ways. The continual nature of some of the things she said for 4 minutes, on end were not right or fair. She should have never said that. I've gotten a lot of criticism over the last couple days for being by my sister's side. I love my sister and never want to see her fail, hurt, or be sad in life. I want the best for her and nothing more. I can never step from beside my sister or speak badly about her. I will never give up on my sister, and I will continue to try to help her in any way that I can. I know that she's a better person than what she's portrayed herself to be, especially in those audio clips. To believe she's not is to believe that people are unredeemable, and that's not true. And I've told her that. And now more than ever, I believe she knows that. Nobody wants to be in this position, just like Andrew didn't want to be in the position when she was saying those things to him. But I'm always going to stand by my sister's side no matter what she does. So those are some of the things that Shawn Portwood has said in regards to everything that has been going on with Andrew and Amber. You know, he makes it clear that he will always stick by his sister. He will always love his sister. I come from a big family, and no matter what my siblings do, I would always love them. But I could not stand beside them on certain things. You know, at some point, you know, at some point you just have to say, okay, that's not right. Yes, this live is going on right now, Stephanie. At some point you just have to say, I can't stand with you on this. And when it come out that MTV was trying to get Amber to go to treatment, the same treatment that Caitlyn went to, and they said, well, we tried to get Amber to go to treatment, but Amber says she don't need treatment, that she's fine. Does she really think that she's fine? After hearing herself, after she heard herself in those audios, after thinking about the things that she's done to James, to Andrew, to Gary, to Matt, to, you know, everybody that she's ever attacked, and the harshness that she comes at people, and the negativity that surrounds her over something as simple as an airplane, or, you know, something like that. Like, she's got to know that she needs treatment. And as her brother, I just think, no, absolutely not. AJ, no, I don't block other commentary channels from my live. Absolutely no. I don't even know who your wife is. I would have to know. The only people I block from my channel is people that come on here like talking crap. I would never block someone just because they're another. No, absolutely not. Who's your wife? Can you put your wife's name on here? because I can promise. I don't know. Honestly, I was trying to log on from my live. Hold on. I can't watch it either. Look. I can't watch my own live right now. I don't know what's going on. I tried to log on from the laptop to watch as I was live, and it won't let me. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But no, I would never in a million years block someone just because they're another YouTube commentator. I actually love when other YouTubers watch me. I think it's really cool that we can support each other. So tell your wife I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with that. So I think something that condoning means, you know, that you don't agree with their behavior. You would, you know, to me, I would feel the need as a sibling to say, I do not stand behind my sister with this. I will always love my sister. I will always, I will never, you know, just like, you know, when Tyler was on the reunion and he said, like, I will always support my dad and I'll never give up on him. And Dr. Drew said, no, wait, that's enabling. You telling him that you'll never give up on him is enabling him. You need to say, like, I'm done. People, by not saying you're done, by continuing to say, oh, I'm standing beside you, I got you, that is enabling. Because those people know they can continue with their behavior and they know you're not going anywhere. That you're going to support them no matter what. That is condoning. So I think that Shawn is just kind of, maybe he's like a little confused on what he needs to do. But I think a lot of people are. When you deal with a family member that's an addict, you don't know how to deal with that. You don't know what to do. You don't know if your actions are condoning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, myself, I can speak from experience. I've had a good friend that I think I'm trying to help out when really I figured out I was condoning her behavior. She had an issue with like substance and she could always come to me for everything. I would never let her fall and hit rock bottom. And come to find out, that's what she needed. She needed to know that I wasn't going to be in her corner anymore until she was doing right, until she was getting help. So I think I heard someone say that something, I don't know, like something about condoning, like that first off, just because he says I don't condone her behavior does not mean he doesn't condone it. His actions are showing us that, you know, by his words is showing her that she's okay, that what she's doing is okay by him. And that she's always going to have him. So, and I'm not necessarily blaming Shawn or saying he's this horrible person, because I don't think Shawn is. From what I've seen of Shawn, he seems like he's a really good dude that tries to be very protective of his people. And that's good. That's awesome in him. But I think maybe he does need to speak to someone that can kind of lead him on how he needs to go about. Right. People do not always understand that they are enabling. I didn't know that I was enabling my friend, you know. But that's what I was doing. I was enabling her because when nobody else had her back, I did. So she continued to do what she was doing. It's just like Jen and Larry. Until they completely drop Ryan, they can say all day long, we don't condone what you're doing. But as long as they're letting him come stay there, as long as they're giving him money, as long as, like, you're enabling. Until you drop them and say, until you get the help you need, because you need the help. I love you, but you need the help. Until you can do that, you're condoning them. You're enabling them. But I don't blame Shawn because I feel like he don't really know what to do in this situation. He's trying to do what he thinks is best, but in the end, just like with myself, I was trying to do what I thought was best, but in the end, I was enabling. And I think that's the same thing that he's kind of doing himself, and I think that's why I think other people from the outside looking in, they're like they understand that. They understand by him saying, like, I'll always have my sister's back. I'll always be by my sister's side. Like, Andrew isn't roses, you know. you guys heard what he wanted you to hear. Like him by him saying those things, it leads people to feel like he's blaming Andrew for one, and that he's condoning her behavior. Right, one girl revolution. That's exactly like kind of the same situation that I was in with my friend. I think Shawn just doesn't know really what to do in this situation, and because Amber's such a like mentally fragile, like one wrong thing can set her off, and we've heard stories about her being suicidal. Back when she was with Gary years ago, she called Gary one time saying that she was gonna like commit suicide. The night that all this happened. Thank you, Tanya. Just wanted to show some love. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I think Shawn is scared that if he comes off as not supporting her, that it could cause her to really go into a downward spiral. You know, maybe lead to possible suicide. We don't know, you know. And I think that's one thing. Yeah, he sees it as supporting his sister, but everyone else sees it as him enabling. And I do feel like Amber holds her brother mentally hostage. Yes. Chelsea, this chat started 26 minutes ago. So, okay, so I did reach out to Shawn Portwood. I have not heard back. I would love to talk to him. I know he's been like saying things on Twitter a lot. I would love to have him come here and just kind of talk and explain himself. Not come here to my house, but you know, like maybe on the live stream and just try to explain himself, and maybe I could like explain to him why people are like so aggressive towards him and why people see him as being supportive and enabling to her. But he has not responded. He probably won't, but that's okay. Morgan, in private, he's probably getting on to her, but he's not going to publicly bash his sister. Kim daydreaming. Okay. Amber needs a 5150 like Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes, so she gets the mental help she desperately needs because she thinks she's fine. So it'll be the only way she'll get the help she needs. That's probably so, honestly. Hold on one second, you guys. Can you see if that's a package? I'm supposed to be getting a package today. Yeah, that's a good idea. That probably is what she needs. Oh, thank you, Patty. Absolutely. Okay, so Shawn has been, thank you, Sarah. Shawn has been, you know, posting things on his Twitter account. And Andrew had something to say about it. I'm going to tell you guys what Andrew had to say about this. So Andrew on Instagram said, note to Shawn, how do you explain Amber punching me in the nose just before pulling into Leah's elementary school? When even the MTV crew who heard the exchange via walkie-talkie asked, how did that escalate so fast? My response is the same now as it was on August 7th, 2018. I don't know. The moment you stop covering for your sister and enabling her atrocious behavior towards my son and I would be the moment you actually show you love her and want to help her get better. I suppose I must remind you that this little boy is your nephew and godson, unless you've forgotten. I find it terribly hard to believe that you are all right with this innocent, beautiful child being in the direct line of fire of your sister's countless, unwarranted, full-force blows. Face the facts, man. I've called you asking for help in the past. You offered nothing then as you do now. So that's what Andrew said to Shawn. And I think, you know, if Shawn has not reached out to Andrew Glennon, which I'm assuming that he hasn't, just to say, how is James? I mean, when I talk, hold on a second. Is the door being locked or something?
Well, I was locking it so Kenny don't run over here and run out.
Okay.
But
Well, she's back there. She's back.
something.
I think she's back there.
Well, yeah, I know. I gave her a bottle.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to keep getting up while I'm trying to record because I don't want people to get like distracted or anything. Okay, so when I did talk to Andrew through Instagram messages, one of the first things like that I asked was, how is baby James coping now? Like, how is he? Is he doing okay? Because that was my concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with all that Amber was, I was like, how is he doing with her not being there? He may be used to her being there. Is he okay? Like, after hearing that Amber chased them with a machete, you know, that was like one of the first things I wanted to see was, how is he doing? And so to sit here and think, has Shawn not even reached out to Andrew to see how James is doing? Amber does have some beautiful kids. You cannot deny that. Has Shawn not reached out to Andrew just to say, look, you know, I know that's my sister, but I want to let you know that I love James. I want to be here for James. And I'm sorry for whatever, you know, she done. Thinking the surgery was a cover. The surgery for the nose? How he had the surgery for the nose? She may have broke his nose or something. Who knows? Tanya, we will absolutely keep your mom in our prayers, darling. Yeah. How is baby James? Well, I can tell you that Andrew told me he was doing great. That he was thriving. That he was happy. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll probably just read the messages to y'all. At least the ones about James. Where he just said how he was doing. I said, as a mom of 6, let me just say, I feel like you're amazing. I've talked on my channel about how you always have James. You never seem to mind. You could tell that you enjoyed taking care of him. He said, he's such a beautiful boy. Oh my God. I said exactly what, wait, that was to something else. And he said, so lucky. He's so perfect. I said, he really is. I have some cute kids, but let me tell you, James is a cutie as well. I said, how has he been with the separation from his mom? I've been worried about that a lot. And he said he has actually been accelerating, and he has actually been accelerating and allowed to be a baby. He's literally found his own voice, and it's amazing. My sister was the first to really see the difference. No one telling him to be quiet, no screaming. When Amber would yell, he first would cry, but then he would just be quiet while she screamed. Conditioning. I was scared it was going to really affect long term. I was scared he was really affected long term from it, but he is so dang happy, curious, and loving. I said, oh my God, that's amazing. He said he gives hugs to new people. He dances and he sings. He's the best. And it's my job to make sure he gets the best opportunities in life and grows up to be a loving and kind man. And then Andrew said, dang, that just brought tears to my eyes. This whole thing has been so rough. I said, kids that grow up around screaming really do suffer. But someone just actually said this. And I talked about how kids are resilient, how they can overcome things. I'm messing up my chat. Hold on, you guys. Come here, Mama. Hold on, you guys. Right here, sis. Come here. Daddy had to go somewhere, lovey. Look, Mama. Look what Mama got. Here, Judy. Tutti Fruity. Okay, so then he said, James steers me. He is a super baby. He's good. He likes car rides. He's just always happy no matter what. And that was basically him talking about James and how he's been since the whole ordeal. Yeah, so thank you, Dana. So I would love to see, you know, what Shawn has to say about this. I think Shawn is just trying his best to be a good brother to his sister, but I don't think it's going to benefit Amber in the end, because I think Amber's going to continue to see, Amber's going to continue to see her brother support her no matter what. You know, Shawn Portwood is Amber's brother. Yeah, Amber has supervised visitations. She does. And they go to court back in early October, I think it is, next month, the first week of next month. Luigi King, we're talking about Teen Mom, OG, Amber Portwood, Andrew Glennon, Shawn Portwood. So I want to kind of go back over what he said to Shawn. He talks about when he was punched in the nose. And he says right here that when MTV heard the exchange, heard what happened through the walkie-talkies, they acknowledged it. They went to him and said, wow, how did that escalate so quickly? And he was like, I don't know. So for MTV to try to say they didn't know, they needed to hear the audio to be sure that she was being abusive, we all know that's crap. I don't know what's taken MTV so long to make their announcement, because sources have spoke out to say that, you know, she will get fired. They knew about it. There's no way they didn't know about it. You know, when Amber was beating up on Gary, they're literally like this with the cameras. They continued rolling. Nobody ever stopped in that moment to say, Amber, what are you doing? Stop. You cannot do this. I guess maybe that's why I could never work for someone like that, because the minute I see someone attacking someone, I'm going to drop my job, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to run to try to stop what's going on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sam. What's going on? There's trolls in the chat? You know, maybe so. That's a good point. I wonder if in their contracts they legally can't intervene. One thing that I did hear was that they don't intervene because they want to try to show what's really going on. Thank you so much, Joanne. So I did hear that they don't ever want to intervene because they want to show what life is really like. And it's okay to show what life is really like. But if you are filming someone that becomes abusive, you can stop it, you know. And you can say, just like they cut out where Janelle pulled the gun, you know, they cut that off. They didn't show that. Well, when she started beating Gary, they could have shut it down and said, look, we're not doing this. But they didn't. They knew that it would get ratings. They knew that it would bring in money. So they went with it. Natalie, wait, what? Okay, what's... Yes, it's showing a crime in progress. Exactly. I'm trying to find that, Natalie. I don't, you know, it's hard for me to keep up with the chat because it goes by very fast. I do hate, really, that I did actually say a few things to Shawn Portwood. I basically just said that I think people are thinking that you are condoning her behavior because you say, like, these things. You haven't come out and said, okay, I know she needs help, and until she gets the help that she needs, like, you know, I'm not going to support her or whatever. Like, I think it's the things that he's saying on there that everyone's really like, oh wow, you're supporting her, like you're enabling her. I've heard that they were, Katie. You guys, I hate to step away for a minute, but I have to go make sure Shawn locked the front door. Hold on just a second. Come here, sis. Hey, girlie. Okay. CCS. Yeah, I don't know about the drama in the chat either. If Andrew was accused of this, he would be under the jail. That is so true. And you know, here's the thing, okay? I've noticed a lot of people talk about Andrew's past. What about Andrew? He was arrested for drugs. He was arrested for this. None of those things have been recent. All of those things were years ago. But Amber has a past too. So if we're gonna, you know, judge both of them on their past, for anybody that's like, well, what about Andrew's past? Well, Amber has a past too. And Amber's past actually lines up with exactly what she's being accused of doing today. What is Andrew being arrested for heroin or whatever got to do with what's happening now? He was literally in his own home. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how that would even matter, his past. But Amber's past kind of does matter because she's being accused of doing the same things that we've seen her do when she was supposedly have changed. I think people can change. And, you know, a lot of people that, yeah, he ain't done nothing in front of the baby. Andrew has been good for years. He hasn't gotten in any type of trouble legally for years, from what I understand. From what I understand, Andrew has not been in any type of trouble for years. When he met Amber, he was working. He's worked since he's been with Amber. Okay, that's something else that I wanted to point out. Everyone that's talking about Andrew's past and how he was shady because he has this past and he was using her are usually the same people yelling, we should give Amber a second chance. We should have gave Amber a second chance. Well, why should we give Amber a second chance but not Andrew? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you scream, let's give Amber a second chance, we should have given her a second chance, but in the same like tone you're turning around saying, oh, Andrew's been arrested before. You know, 10 years ago, Andrew was arrested. Come here, Mama. I know, baby. I know it. You don't like when your daddy leaves. Come here, sis. Some of the cast members have reached out to Andrew. Andrew did post on Instagram that Caitlin and Tyler have reached out to him. He said, thank you, Caitlin and Tyler, for reaching out to me during this horrible time. There's a lot of healing I have to do. Listen to this. Perhaps more than I know, I brought James to an exhibit on the ancient samurai, one of my favorite time periods, and nearly had a panic attack when I entered the room with all the swords. I did not expect that reaction or even think about it prior, but it hit me hard and I had to leave immediately. Hope these feelings go away soon and I can get back to a normal life is what I think he said, but I actually cut the screenshot actually cut off right there and I just noticed that. So, you know, he's even saying that he's so like messed up by this. He's so messed up by what happened that night that something as, you know, simple as seeing like a sword now will literally send him into a panic attack. I actually done a whole video on what the cast members have said. Now, Macy hasn't said anything. I'm in the middle of editing that video, so I'll put that video up soon. So, stalking and sneaking into an ex's office posing as the flower delivery man. I do believe that was like years ago, from if I'm not mistaken. And I think, you know, when we're younger, and we have like our first real love, or we think we're in love, we do kind of stupid things. And maybe that's to the extreme a little bit. But I can't say me and like Paris and Caden's dad, I was like crazy over him. And for a while, like we would break up and I would like kind of be riding by his house to see if he was home. You know what I'm saying? To see if he had girls over there, because I was like, yeah, love makes you crazy. Do I think that's a little extreme, stalking and sneaking into an ex's office posing as a flower delivery man? Well, yeah, you know, but I think that was years ago. I think, yes, as girls now, are we not on Facebook if we're like, say you're like looking at a new guy to date or thinking about dating this guy, are we not on his Facebook page, like checking him out first? Like, that's a little bit different than the whole flower thing. You know, maybe he was like in love with this girl. She broke his heart. Maybe she wouldn't answer his phone calls. So he posed as this flower delivery guy to deliver her flowers, to try to get in to talk to her. You know, like we don't know what the circumstances were then. Just like we really didn't know exactly what the circumstances were when all this went down with Amber and Andrew to begin with. Like we really didn't know. We could just only talk about what we were hearing. But I do know that that was years ago. I don't want to play too much into it because from what I've seen of Andrew, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. He doesn't seem like, you know, a guy with mental illnesses. He doesn't seem like some crazy type of guy that would do like crazy things. And especially since he's had James, he seems like he is a stand-up guy. Like he takes care of the baby. He seems like you don't have a problem taking care of the baby. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, there were times Amber was having a hard time and James would make jokes. I mean, Andrew would make jokes at her. In my own personal opinion, and this, you know, maybe I'm wrong and others may disagree with me on this, I kind of think that was his way of trying to like break the ice, maybe make her laugh, like him like picking and joking. And I think that was, he didn't know how to handle her. Like he didn't know what to do. He said, you know, like that he would literally sit there and think about what to say to keep her from overreacting. You know what I'm saying? So I think the times that we seen him like joking around when she was mad, I think that was just his way of trying to figure out how to handle whatever was, diffuse the situation. Yes, diffuse the situation. I never seen that as him like picking at her or laughing at the situation or anything like that. The same thing happens with me and Shawn sometimes. Sometimes I'll get like a little angry and he'll pop something funny off or, you know, something like that. And sometimes I'll laugh or sometimes I'll be like, be quiet, I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was trying to be a butthole to her about that. Because there's more ways you can be a butthole than by telling a joke when somebody's angry. You know what I'm saying? So I think and Andrew's smart, so I think if Andrew wanted to be snide in some type of way, it wouldn't have been him trying to tell a joke. Clinique says, my husband is like that too. He plays it up for the cameras. Jury's still out on him as far as I'm concerned. I can understand that. You know, I feel like they both knew the cameras were there. So if he was smart enough to play it out for the cameras, she should have been too. You know, I see him hurting James. I don't see him being violent towards James. But we do see that with Amber. You know, we've seen it with Gary. When she beat up Gary one time, and Gary was like, I'm taking Leah, and she was like, oh yeah? For how long? And he was like, forever. She didn't stop him. She wasn't like, oh, heck no, you ain't. You let Shawn try to get out of my house with one of my kids. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that showed me right there. I actually just watched that clip yesterday. Yesterday, I just rewatched the clip of where she attacked Gary. And where Gary literally pulls in, comes in from work, opens the door, and says, and Leah is in another room in a crib. Amber's laying on the bed, and Gary walks in the room and says, Amber, why is Leah crying? Why didn't you put the sheets on Leah's bed? My mom just bought new sheets for her bed, and you didn't put them on her bed, and she's in there crying. And so Gary walks out, goes in there, picks Leah up, and Amber sits up and goes, oh my God, Gary, why is she crying? And he's like, because, like, she's just crying, you know? And he's like, you could have put the sheets on her bed. And she's like, shut up, you effing fat, you know, like, she just goes off on him. And he was like, you know what? I'll call CPS on you. She was like, oh yeah, like, what are you going to do? Like, I literally just watched the clip yesterday, and it was like, that should have been an issue then. Thank you, Teresa Ann. That should have been an issue then, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how long Leah had been in that crib crying while Amber was laying on the bed. You know? So Gary, like, is like, I'm taking her. And she's like, oh yeah, for how long? And he's like, forever. And she goes, yeah, right. We'll see. Yeah, right. But she lets him walk out. That told me there that she was okay with him taking her. That she didn't want her to stay there with her. So I just feel like Amber is one of those that, like, she's okay being a mama for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in short time periods. Supervised. You know? I don't feel like she is well with having, like, her kids all the time. Yeah, she wanted Leah out of her hair. Has Amber physically touched Leah and James as far as hurting him? According to Andrew, Amber has pushed James down. James was, like, playing in the cabinets, and she, like, got mad, and she pushed him down flat on his back. And then in the recording, you hear him say, you're just going to throw the baby at me, or don't throw him at me, or something to that effect. He also said another time that she threw James, like, on the bed or something. She gets very overwhelmed to where she can't handle it. Yeah, they shouldn't judge Andrew for being arrested when Amber's been arrested as well. My thing is, if you're going to try to make it out like Amber is, you know, not to blame any because Andrew has a past and was arrested, then you can't really say that Amber's innocent either, if that's what we're going off of. Oh, Andrew's not perfect. Andrew is obviously to blame. He has a past. He's been arrested. Hello, Amber here. We've actually witnessed her do these things. We haven't witnessed Andrew do any of these things. All we've witnessed Andrew do, in my personal opinion, is, you know, try to be a good man to her. Try to be a good dad to James. And it really got him nowhere, you know. I have tried to reach out to family members of the show. Yep. I had talked to Andrew, you know, earlier, a while back. Let me see when it was. Before the audios come out, I spoke to Andrew. And we were talking fine, and then I don't know what happened. He just quit talking to me, and, like, I've messaged him since then, and he just won't respond. I don't really know why. He said, I adore you, Leslie, but he said is murky. Wait, what? Yeah, he was always holding the baby in most of the shows. Like, he always had James. And he never seemed like he cared. Like, he seemed like he was okay holding him. You know how some people, it's like tending to their kids and you can tell they're aggravated by it? They're like, oh, just like how Amber was back when Leah was a baby. You could tell that she was aggravated to be tending to her kid. He never come across as being aggravated that he had to tend to his son. Like, he always come across as being, like, completely fine with it. If you're treated for mental health, you can't claim mental insanity. Can we find out more about Gary warning Amber about Andrew's 6 other kids? I don't think Andrew has 6 other kids. In my personal opinion, I don't really see where Andrew's done anything wrong in this situation. Does he have a past? Absolutely. But a lot of people do. You know, I've never been arrested for anything. But everyone that's on the chat, just, do any of y'all have a past that maybe you've done some things when you were young that you kind of screwed up to where if we were looking into your past now, to where we would be like, ooh, yeah, that was Matt that had all the kids. It was not Andrew. Okay, that's a good question. Nick Rosa, why didn't Andrew remove James and himself from the situation when Amber was out of control? Instead, he stayed there with James in harm's way, again, playing it up for the cameras at James' expense. And I feel like there was a reason for that. I feel like, one, Andrew probably contacted an attorney and was like, this is what's going on. I got to get the hell out of here. She's abusive to me. She does it in front of James. She yells at James. She's pushed James. I need to get out. Is there a chance of me getting custody of my son and getting out of the state, going back to Malibu? And if he done this, he was told, there's no way you're going to get custody of that boy and be able to move back to Malibu. You're going to have to prove that she does this. So I think, one, he was told by a lawyer, get all the evidence that you can. That way, when you do leave, a judge isn't going to force you to stay in Indiana and co-parent with Amber. As much as you want to protect your kids, you're not protecting them if you don't get evidence that the other parent is abusive. Because in the end, what's going to happen is a judge is not going to find that Amber is abusive. Because first off, we hear Amber can convince anyone of anything almost. I mean, you heard her at the reunion. What? Chase him with a machete? That's insane. You guys ain't heard nothing from me in 10 years. I haven't gotten in no trouble in 10 years because I'm changed. And now he wants to say blah, 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 blah. Yes. See, Samantha. She had Samantha convinced. So I feel like she told Andrew, I'm going to blow you out the water. You'll never work in this industry again. But I'm going to go on to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think had he left, and Andrew's a smart guy, he knew this, if he would have left, what he done when things like this would happen is he would go down into the basement, him and Andrew, and watch movies until things calmed down. I think, yes, Randy, from what I understand, they did. From what I understand, there was footage turned over from the incident that took place on the 5th of July. So, I think he either spoke to an attorney who gave him that advice, or he knew himself that get evidence, but don't put a baby in harm's way unless Andrew didn't believe. No, I feel like there was no way. How could he get evidence? You know, he can't send James to live with someone. So he had to stay there with James, which was why, in my opinion, he was always holding him. He was always holding him. So when Amber popped off, he felt like James was safe in his arms, even if he was being hit. Like, if he puts James down on the floor, is she going to get mad and then push him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like her explosions are unpredictable. I feel like he knew he had to get the evidence, because if he wouldn't have, the situation would not be the same right now. Oh, thank you, One Girl Revolution. I don't think for a second he would have let Amber really harm the baby. You know what I'm saying? He really, yeah, I feel like he really didn't have much of a choice but to stay and get evidence. Because if he wouldn't have, that judge would have gave Amber 50-50 custody at the least, unsupervised. So then James would have had to stay in Indiana, co-parent with her, and worry to death about what was going on while Amber had James. Now keep in mind, according to Andrew, Amber stays up all night in her closet, popping pills and smoking weed and listening to music. And then sleeps till 2. Even Matt said that it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true that she would sleep until like 2 to 4 p.m. So myself, I couldn't imagine separating from Shawn and knowing that I got to send my kids to him where he's going to stay up all night, sleep half the day. I'm going to wonder who's taking care of my kids while he's sleeping all day. And then if, God forbid, they wake her up, James wake her up being a baby, walking around babbling or wanting his mommy, so he's pulling on his mommy for something, or he's crying because he's hungry. God forbid he do that, and then she get on a fit. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't imagine being Andrew and worrying about what's to come if I could not prove what she was and who she was. So that's just my personal opinion. I feel like Andrew was very smart for doing what he done. For the people that says he got her pregnant just for the money, I think this proves now that that's really not what this was. Andrew come from Malibu. Kind of his family was kind of from the entertainment industry. I feel like he could have found another person to knock up just to have a baby with without having to deal with someone that had these issues that he could have stayed with. He probably could have found some other person that makes decent money, whether it be an actress, a reality star, someone that just does, production work that makes decent money. He could have found somebody else to have a baby with, and they could have lived together, raised the baby without craziness and chaos and yelling and screaming and hollering, and been happy together. Yeah, Brittany, I don't really understand that. Like, if you have kids, you have to get up, So he could, for people to say, oh, he sought Amber out for her. Wait, what? Will you please let your subscribers know why I did the devil horns on my radio show? Because our football team is the demons. Our football team is the demons, and that's their sign. Fork 'em demons. I'm a Christian person. For anybody that's confused as to why on my radio picture I done this sign, are you guys serious? No way. People are threatening to unsubscribe because I done this? You guys, come on. I can't even believe that. The college in my town is, our mascot is the demons, okay? Shut the front door. Yes, and they have a contract. The radio has the football team, the college has a contract with the radio. The radio has to promote them. That's why you see Trini, the guy, wearing the hat with the D on it. And that's why at the end of every show, he goes, fork 'em demons, because it's in the contract to do that. God. I've said over and over and over that I'm a Christian. That's crazy. Wow. It's satanic. I mean, but I'm not a Satanist. Like, I actually was just picking the other day about the Illuminati and about how people do that. I don't know why anyone would unsubscribe without, like, that's just crazy. Northwestern State University. Thank you, Kathy, so much. Great job, Leslie. Keep up the good work. You truly are appreciated and a blessing. Thank you so much. We have shirts. On Fridays, the host and the co-host wear blue shirts that says "Fork 'em Demons" on it with a demon head. Yeah, I don't think Satanists really go around going, "I'm a Satanist. Ooh, I'm a Satanist." Like, come on. Yep, people said I'm officially unsubscribing. Oh my goodness, really? Well, I'm sorry. I'm glad someone pointed that out. My thing is I have said I'm a Christian, but I welcome anybody to my channel. I've had people on my channel that say they're atheist. Okay, that's fine with me. You're more than welcome to be on my channel and be an atheist. I don't have a problem with that. So for anybody that wants to unsubscribe to me because I'm doing this, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just sorry. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? Exactly, Chelsea. If that was his master plan, if Andrew's master plan was to get her pregnant and then use her for her money, he screwed up by releasing the audio or by calling the cops and saying what she was doing, because now she's going to lose her job and he's not going to be able to live off any income of hers. Toot, toot. Girlfriend. Hold on, you guys. Come here. Come here, monkey butt. Hey, let mommy say that. Come do the show with me. Mommy's missing it all. Hey, Kennedy. Come here, baby. Here, let me see that. Come on, Mama. Come here. Come draw over here at Mommy's desk. I will go on the picture. I'm sorry, you guys. I will go on the picture that I posted, and I will explain for the ones that are threatening to unsubscribe, because I have to do this when I'm on the radio, because the radio is contracted. I can't even believe that. That's like blowing me away that people were saying they're going to unsubscribe to me. I mean, well, my subscribers have still, they've been, my subscribers have still been climbing. So I don't know if the people did unsubscribe. I'm still gaining. That sound is always like, it's hard to guess. Chris, can someone get Chris? Oh my God, I cannot believe that. Here, Mama. Here. Come here, sister. Here's a piece of paper, love. Come here. Can you guys believe that? It's a rock and roll sign, too. Like, first off, it's a radio station, so if I was doing this, it could just be like, hey, rock and roll, radio. Oh, my God. Right. Honestly, I agree with so many people that said this on the live chat. Anybody that's a true supporter of me and has watched me, they wouldn't leave me over something as silly as that. Because my true people, you thought I was doing the crocodile. The people that really watch me know that I'm a good person, know that, like, I'm not a judgmental person. Like, yes, I agree. People are too sensitive these days. Can't please everyone. That is so true. Let me go to that. I can't even believe I'm going to have to address this. I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers, though. That's true. Someone said the more you grow, the more it happens. Oh my God. Let me see. Why the devil horns? Oh my God. Listen to this one. I've noticed a lot of new and upcoming YouTubers have started slyly sneaking in, fixing one eyelash. A lot of my favorites I've stopped watching. Money and fame come faster, easier if chose to be a part of it. Sad. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I do believe there's an Illuminati, but I'm not part of it, you guys. I'm a Christian. I'm not rich. Come on, you guys. Holy crap. I don't understand why people are so sensitive. Devil horns, Lord Jesus, you're a devout Christian, and it's very obvious. If they want to unsubscribe because they feel as if your hand signals aren't Christian enough, let them go. Unsubscribing because of the hand signals, can't relate. Michelle R. Ugh. You guys. It's a college football team. Someone said unsubscribing as well. The devil hand gestures mixed with the way you have rudely responded to me in the past is more than enough reason to say bye. There's something off about you. I'm not rude to anyone. Even people I disagree with, I've never been rude to. Has any of you guys ever heard me be rude to someone? Just because, like, even if our opinions are different? Come on. That's a troll right there. Exactly. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, CCS. When you see growth on YouTube, these signs and symbols usually follow. Everybody's saying because I'm getting bigger in YouTube, I've joined the Illuminati. Come on. I remember when people didn't make hand gestures for pictures. I think it's getting old and tired. Kardashian? Devil horns? What's with the devil horns? Unsubscribing. No to the devil signs. You're not as pretty as I thought now. Yikes. Gross. What? Oh. Savannah, thank you. Wow, a lot of these comments are so ignorant. Really, devil horns? This is what I do have to say to that. As being a Christian, as me being a Christian, I feel like probably some of these people are people that proclaim to be Christians. And now they're trying to unsubscribe to me over something as stupid as something that I have to do when I work at the radio because of the college. Like, really? Come on. I'm never rude. Like, first off, I've picked about the Illuminati. I've made jokes about how I kind of believe in it and how I think it's crazy. Thank you. Not rude or unkind. You are so inclusive. I literally try to be... Me, as a Christian, I welcome anybody into my channel. Like, my mods don't even delete different opinions. Like, we're like... Yeah, Christians are not to judge people, yet some who proclaim... Yep, exactly. I guess I'm going to have to do another live. Like, I'm going to have to get off here, go live again, and title it, Why I Done the Devil Horns in My Picture. Oh, my gosh. I just really can't believe it because some of the people that I see saying they're unsubscribing to me are people that's been with me for a while. And I'm just like, I thought you would know me better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some of these people, I really thought... Crazy, you guys. So crazy. Okay. No, some of these people actually, Some of these people are people that's been with me for a while. Yeah. Which is really disturbing to me because I thought they would know me better than that. To me, it's almost laughable. Like, here's one. Are you guys aware you're giving satanic hand gestures? Are you guys aware that there's football teams called Northwestern State University Demons? And that if you look at the guy's hat, there's an N for Northwestern. The live that I done the other day, he had on a demon shirt. Get this, I went on the radio the other day with a shirt that said Jesus. I've worn Jesus shirts on my live streams. I've worn shirts that say love with a Bible verse underneath it. But now people's unsubscribing to me because I done this. When I've literally worn Jesus shirts on my live streams. I've literally worn Jesus shirts on the show. Like, come on. Thank you so much, Kimberly. It is dumb. People are going to hate. It is what it is. Anyways, so yeah. Honestly, this live was supposed to be Andrew talking to Shawn Portwood and what he had to say to him. I feel like Shawn should reach out. Just my personal opinion. Shawn should reach out to Andrew and let him know that, you know, he's not taking Amber's side with this. That he, also for the baby. Right, I've never seen one atheist say, oh, you wore a Jesus shirt, I'm unsubscribing. I really haven't. So, I think Shawn should reach out to Andrew to check on baby James, to let him know that he cares for him. I'm sorry, Leslie, or should I say Lucifer? Title it Devil YouTube Christian YouTuber does devil horns. It's crazy. Like, I honestly think that's just like the ignorance in people, rather than saying, hey, what's up with this? Like, girl, what you doing? Rather than coming at me like, girl, what you doing? They're like, oh my God, I'm so unsubscribing to you, blah, 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 blah. Like, come on. Okay, whatever. My ears are hot. My ears are warm. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I did reach out to Shawn Portwood. I would love for him to respond to me. I would love to, you know, hear what he's got to say and talk to him myself and just let him know why I feel, from an outsider looking in, why people kind of see him as an enabler that condones her behavior. Maybe that would kind of maybe he would understand then why people has kind of been like on him about this, you know. But we'll see. We'll see if he responds. If he doesn't, oh well. I doubt he will, because it seems like these people respond to all the other YouTubers and not me. That's cool. That's good. Happy for them. But anyways. Exactly. Well, I haven't noticed that I've lost any subscribers. Actually, today I've gained probably 30 today. So if I've lost a few, I've gained a few as well. So it's okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here and take care of the baby, do some housework before the kids get off the school bus. And I may hop back on in a little bit just to let everyone know, look, you guys, I have to do that symbol. It's for our college. Get over it. All right, that's because you're a devil worshiper. Clearly, I'm a devil worshiper that wears Jesus shirts. Jesus shirts on my live streams. I'm clearly a devil worshiper. Yeah, I get it. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on the live stream. On your way out, make sure you give this video a like. And until tomorrow, no, later. We'll be going live later today to watch Teen Mom 2. So make sure you guys look out for that. Goodbye, everyone.